Hey guys, Migs here from Gamebug. We're going to be doing our 2015 Game Awards.
Hey yo, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. Hey yo, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call.
Each Gamebug member has their own special picks for each criteria that we have for you today. So make sure to stay tuned and check out all these games for 2015. Alright, my game award for graphics is Star Wars Battlefront. Gotta say that game, I might be a bit about buying the game, but graphics wise, it's 10 out of 10. Playing that game, I felt like I was basically watching a movie.
Best graphics is a tough one because there's a lot of games that had a lot of great graphics, but I gotta give out some love to Rise of the Tomb Raider. I mean, why not? It was fantastic on every level. It had so much polish, that game, and the look of the characters as well, and Lara herself, just amazing. A stunning game.
Best graphics, I would say Until Dawn. The facial animations were just perfection, and the amount of times where I'm like, I've seen that guy in that movie. Holy crap, I've seen her in a TV show. Everyone looked identical to the voice actor that was playing it.
Batman Arkham Knight. Great night effects, the way the rain falls, and everything breakable. I love the fact you could just go through walls and smash everything, and there's no real need to be accurate with your car.
I'm going to give to Telltale's Game of Thrones. Once again, Telltale manages to capture the atmosphere of Game of Thrones and delivers it in a way that just keeps you so engaged and glued to the screen. It's nearly impossible to put down. The choices that you do and the consequences just affect your soul because it's so good at telling a story.
I'm a big nerd, so I'm just going to go with Batman Arkham Knight. That story was just awesome. It was gritty, it was dark. It's a Batman game for adults. It was awesome.
Best concept, I think, of 2015 is Rocket League. The idea is so simple. The fact that you're driving radio-controlled cars in an arena playing soccer. To put that into a video game and then have it be as playable as it is just hats off. It's an amazing game.
My concept and story game award, it has to go to The Witcher. In The Witcher game, every single side mission has more story in it than most games that have come out, and it's actually quite long.
I'm going to pick one which is local multiplayer, and that'd be Mortal Kombat X. I mean, every time a mate's over, that's all we want to do is play Mortal Kombat. That game is just perfect for playing two players. And the satisfaction of getting a fatality on your mate just to rub it in. It's like, I've already beaten you, but now I'm going to rip your head off. Like, what's cooler than that?
I'm going to go off the grid and say Splatoon. I really enjoyed that, and it was a positive game. A lot of the multiplayer shooters are very much about who killed who and how many kills do you have, and I thought Splatoon was refreshing in the way that it was a bit of fun. Didn't really matter if you won or lost. It was just a bit of game, running around, a bit of gameplay, and I really enjoyed that.
My multiplayer award goes to Rocket League. It's fun. It's not going to win, Game of the Year. It's not going to be one of the most amazing games that you play, but multiplayer on that is addictive, and you're just going to play that hours and hours on end with your friends. It's the only sports game I've actually really played. It's soccer with cars and smashing into the other players when you boost. That's my award.
Best multiplayer is a bit of a tough one. I had real high hopes for Star Wars Battlefront, but it was really lacking content. So I'm going to move that vote down to an older game called Evolve, which many of you played. Evolve, again, wasn't perfect, but at least the concept on the multiplayer side of things was actually really cool. You had one person playing as a giant monster, and it was his purpose to avoid the 4 hunters. And it was really well balanced, you know, the battles could go either way. It could have used a bit more depth, but in terms of a concept and multiplayer, I thought it was pretty spot on.
This goes to Ice Cube, because that's what he is. He's all hype, and he's got no bite. He's the lamest Ice Cube since Doughboy on Boys in the Hood.
Is that it?
That's
it! You speak the truth.
I couldn't help myself. Okay, so all hype, no bite. I'll have to go with 1880 The Order. Or was it The Order 1880? Who knows? It looked the goods, but it was just no replay value. It was one of those on-rails jobs. Just, I don't know, just didn't have a lot of bite to it.
My kind of all hype, no bite is Evolve. It had the makings of a great game that you could play multiplayer and everything, but it just kind of lost the plot. It wasn't that great, graphics wasn't that amazing, you're just running around and the monster really didn't do much, you just kind of stomp. Not really that much for me.
Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, every year it's always hype. Every year, it's no bite. I haven't enjoyed Call of Duty since the final Modern Warfare game. It's just been generic shooting, military men running and gunning. They had super soldiers in the last 3 games, and now the new thing is super soldiers. Again. But seriously, like, I did love Call of Duty back in the heyday because it was actually really good. It was really innovative. Now it's just on repeat.
All hype, no bite. It's pretty obvious, everyone's going to know what I'm going to choose. It's Halo 5. That game, I'm sick of seeing commercials about it, I'm sick of people talking about it. I played it, I forced myself to finish it. The story was just terrible. The shooting was terrible. You shoot the enemies, they don't even react. I'm machine gunning someone, and he's just running at me like nothing's happening. What the hell? I want to get a shotgun, shoot someone, he goes flying like he's actually been hit by a shotgun.
This award is meant to be something that you personally find to be a really awesome game that needs some love and recognition. And for that very reason, I'm going to give it to something I've mentioned a few times before and need to keep reinforcing. Project Zero, Maiden of Blackwater. I love this game. It's a Japanese survival horror, but it's the genuine fear level it captures. It does it through subtlety, not through sharp spikes of loud sounds and things popping out of the corners. It's creepy, eerie, and captivating, and it's genuinely terrifying.
Okay, most awesome award I would have to say goes to Super Mario Maker. Probably underrated by a lot of people, but for me, I love platformers and I grew up playing Mario games, so the ability to make my own levels and have my friends make levels and then share them with me, it's insane. I never thought this would happen.
My awesome award game goes to the game that made me feel like a sadistic masochist. It would have to be Bloodborne. That game was my first out of those kind of like series of games, and I died non-stop. I walked out on the street and died non-stop. But when I could kill that one monster and I was like slightly stronger than everyone else, boom, mic drop. That was just it for me.
My most awesome game for 2015 is the awesome movie tie-in for Mad Max. About time someone made a video game about Mad Max. The vastness of the desert, the handling of the vehicles, the fact that you're just desperate to get petrol all the time, you're desperate for supplies, and you're always constantly running, and I just thought it was so well done, and one of those rare movie licenses that works.
Game of the year, easily, Witcher 3. That game what is bad about it? There's nothing bad about it. There's just content for hours and hours and hours. Usually open world games, when you've got that much going on in the game, graphics sort of take a hit. But that game looks incredible, plays incredible. You can romance people, you get down and dirty, you can kill things, you can take quests, you can upgrade stuff. You pretty much do everything. And not to mention Gwent. I'm such a nerd that I've actually played with the real Gwent cards against one of my mates.
My game of the year. My game of the year is going to be Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. I think the only thing I can say wrong about that game is if you don't know the backstory, but even then, graphics was amazing, music was amazing, the concept and the story of it, you have to actually listen and pay attention to the story, but it was amazing, and the characters, and I love the fact that you can have Mother Base and you can control different parts of it, you can add on to it, and you're going to be able to like customize your weapons and start building everything.
Game of the year is Rocket League. I can repeat myself. I'm allowed. Who would have thought that tumbling a radio control car through the air, doing front somersaults, and scoring goals against people you have no idea who they are. You don't even know if they're computer controlled or whether they're real people. Who cares? But doing a front flip somersault goal has got to be one of the most satisfying things to do in video gaming. It is slick. Well thought out, great concept, can add to it, there's different cars to buy, it just expands on itself. Tournaments everywhere, it's one of those games that I will show to my kids one day. And hopefully they'll never beat me.
Game of the year for me comes down to two. And I think I'm only going to say one because the other one's already been said by one of the Gamebug team. That being The Witcher 3, which has already been said. I'm going to take Fallout 4. You can't go this whole video without giving Fallout 4 some credit and an award. It had a few little bugs. Okay, fine, it had a lot of bugs. But they're all forgivable bugs, because outside of that is an amazing open world game with so much that you can do. It looks eons better than Fallout 3, but it's also kept the same mold that made Fallout 3 so good. It's surprising how even though the whole world is this post-apocalypse atmosphere, that each area can still manage to look so different and feel really different to the next. Being able to align with different factions, build relationships, have companions, craft so many things, and while still being able to take out ghouls in their body parts from the head to the torso to the left knee. It's a fantastic game and it needs recognition, and so I'm going to give it my game of the year.
And that's it, guys. That's our Game Awards for 2015. Thank you so much for...
Who are you talking to?
We're recording today.
Who? There's no one here, man.
For Gamebug.
Who are you talking to? You're weird.
Does he even know we're recording?
What the hell are you doing in my house?